Okay, so this is about when to use integration by parts and when not to use integration by parts. Only one of these questions requires integration by parts. So you might have a go now, maybe pause the video and see if you can decide which one it is. I'll tell you, it's this one here. This is the one we're going to use integration by parts. So I'm going to put x there and e to the x there. Differentiating x gives me 1, integrating e to the x gives me e to the x. So that one is quite easy. I'm not even going to, well, I suppose I could do, so it's uv minus the integral of v du by dx, which just gives you e to the x. So that's integral of e to the x is e to the x. And that will factorise and blah, blah, blah. That's okay. This one here, well, it's a, how on earth do I integrate that one? Because if I differentiate e to the x squared, I can differentiate e to the power of anything. Power stays the same, and I multiply by what I get when I differentiate the power. And I could write that as 2x e to the x squared. So if you'd asked me to integrate this, that would be the answer. I'm asking you to integrate that, so the answer is 1/2 of e to the x squared. So I recognise that this looks a bit like what you get when you differentiate this power. So I tried differentiating the e term. Got that, realised I had half of that, so there we go. And this is another one, and I cannot stress this enough. You've got to look out for ones like this, because integrating cos squared is a technique you absolutely need to be able to do. But try and do this by parts, and you'll get into all sorts of trouble. So sorry, I'm just reminding you that cos squared x is cos x squared, and this looks a bit like what you get when you differentiate this. So I'm going to try and differentiate cos cubed x. How do I know it's cos cubed x? Well, I know when I integrate, I increase the power by 1. When I differentiate, I decrease the power by 1. So I'm just going to have a punt and see what I get when I differentiate that. dy by dx, multiply by the power, reduce the power by 1, and then multiply by what you get when you differentiate the bracket. Cos becomes minus sine x. So that gives me minus 3 sine x cos squared x. So if you asked me to integrate that, that would be my answer. So ask me to integrate that, which is minus 1/3 of that, my answer will be minus 1/3 of that. Obviously plus c, and I forgot my plus c there. So, classic integration by parts question, but these two are not integration by parts. Look out for ones like those two.